So here it is, boys and girls, the biggest tournament in club football. It is the Champions League, and they got Matchday number 1 predictions, and they're coming at you next. That's right, folks, back again on a prediction video today. We look forward to match number 1 in this year's Champions League, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button, bang it, all things Champions League related, Blackburn Rovers related, World Cup related later this year. That's right, boys and girls. But today, it's all about the big boys. It's all about, of course, the Madrids, the Barcelonas, the bloody Manchester Cities, and all that. PSG, we got it all here, boys and girls, under one roof. Of course, we're going to take a look at the prediction leagues in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. You know who you are. And of course, don't forget to vote. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about this, guys and girls. I'm talking about this. It is, of course, the Football Content Creator Awards. It is edging closer to closure. And in fact, you might even be late. But of course, this weekend, if you do watch this, make sure you get over there and vote. 100%, please. Give us a bit of respect for the channel. We've been there. We were here. We were at the Champions League prediction stage for the mini leagues, the prelims, everything like that. So if you are from San Marino, if you are from Andorra, if you are from Gibraltar, if you are from bloody Kosovo, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, I think do they have a club out there? But regardless, if you're one of those, then just get in there and vote. This is for you guys. We were there when, of course, the prelims. No one else covers the prelims. We were there at the prelims. We did all the little shitty games, no disrespect, but of course, working our way up to this. So credit where credit is due, and if that puts a smile on your face that we were there covering those games, then get over there and vote. It's 100% free, and we're looking best in video, best club content creator as a whole, and best club content creator for a football league. So please give us some kudos, give us some respect for those long miles back in the prelims. So do us a favour there. Of course, we are taking a look at this. These are the groups, and we're going to go running through them one by one. And let me know what you think the group of death is in this group. So we're talking about Group A, Ajax, of course, champions of Dutchlands there, Liverpool there, Napoli and Rangers, of course, squeak through there after a difficult match up against PSV. Group B sees, of course, Porto, Leverkusen, Atlético Madrid and Club Brugge. C has Bayern, Barcelona, Internazionale. That's already, I think, the group of death right there. And Viktoria, Plzeň, the chief whipping boys. One of the juggernauts are coming out of this one, of course. Group D has Frankie, Tottenham, Sporting and Marseille. Good group there for Conte's boys to probably go a little bit further than maybe expected. Milan, AC, of course, up against Chelsea, Salzburg and Dinamo Zagreb of Croatia. And Group F, Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk and Celtic. Good night out for the Celtic fans later on in the season. Manchester City, of course, they got Sevilla, Dortmund, Copenhagen as well. Pretty much, it should be an easy group for them. And of course, wrapping up another bit of a zinger. PSG, Juventus, Benfica and Maccabi Haifa from Israel. Now, of course, we are going to do things a little bit differently this year. We are taking a look at the official Champions League predictor via the website. Now, of course, we'll jump into that in a full glory. Now, if you want to get involved, it is 100% free. Just jump in there, of course, /UCL 2022, 100% free. Piece of cake. There should be a link in the description to do just that. And again, while you're at it, you might as well just do this. Say, /vote Roverseas, best in video for a content creator, best club for an organisation, best club content creator football league, and best content creator as a whole. Free. Of course, give us some kudos, give us some respect, of course. But that, my ladies and gentlemen, is what the links that you'll need to get involved with the channel. So I'll jump in the deep end now. Of course, take a look at these game by games. Let me know again who the group of death is. Let me know, of course, who the game of the weekend is. In fact, it's actually looks like it's going to be in Scotland. What a belter to kick us off with. So we're going to jump in the deep end there with Dortmund up against Copenhagen coming at you at Borussia Park. That's what the Signal Iduna Park, sorry. Pleasure than never, of course. Dortmund, though, 75% form for them, just one defeat past 6. Of course, heading into this, Copenhagen, though, just one defeat past 5 for them, 58% form for them moving forward. They never played each other, though. Dortmund, though, picking up a 1-0 win over Hoffenheim. Back-to-back clean sheets for them. That, of course, that win was yesterday against Hoffenheim, of course, giving themselves a big old boost in the Bundesliga. Copenhagen with a big one over Silkeborg in the domestic top flight there in Denmark. And of course, both sides' next match is this, in fact, game in the Champions League. This match will actually take place on Tuesday, September the 6th. 3-1 on is your Dortmund. Of course, 92 is your draw, 52 is your away win. Dortmund need to win this game, and I think I'm going to give them a 2-0 win for them to give themselves an opening day win to, of course, move the chains as well. Dinamo Zagreb up against Chelsea, of course, coming at you. There's also, as in Group E, Zagreb coming at you, 83% form winning 4 in the last 5. 83% form over the last 6. Chelsea, though, just 1 win and 4, hitting a bit of a wobbly patch over in the Premier League. Coming at you, though, Southampton did beat Chelsea last time around on the 30th of August. Dinamo Zagreb beating Rijeka 3-1 win in the end. Zagreb, of course, not in action until this game. Chelsea taking on West Ham over at Stamford Bridge this coming week in the Premier League. 11-2 is your Zagreb, 7-2 is draw, 29-on. 29-on is your Chelsea, of course, who are recent winners of the Champions League. I think this is going to be tight. Going to go with the 2-1 for Chelsea, though, to get 3 points and move the chains once again. Benfica up against Maccabi Haifa, of course, coming out of Israel. This match taking place over in the Estadio de Sport in Lisbona. Benfica never played each other, though. Benfica, 100% form for them, winning 7 on the bounce. In fact, haven't lost in the last 15 games, of course. Maccabi Haifa coming to this, haven't lost in the last 4. 75% form for them moving forward once again. Last time around, though, Benfica picked up a 2-1 win over Vetcha. That was, of course, yesterday. Maccabi Haifa took on Beni Sakin in the top flight in Israel also this past couple of days. But they're in action tonight against, or today against Maccabi Haifa. They're taking on Beersheva in the domestic top flight in Israel. The odds here, though, 5-1 on is your Benfica, 6-1 is your 11-1 is your long shots. Benfica at home against these boys should be quite comfortable win. No disrespect there. Next, of course, we have PS Brugge against Juventus. That is probably the game of the day. Of course, coming at you as well on Tuesday, the 6th of September. Play each other twice. 2 wins out of 2 for Juventus, nothing for PSG, and no draws. PSG, though, unbeaten the last 19 games. Going to stretch me 92% form over the last 6. Juventus are unbeaten the last 4, 50% form over the last 6. 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2, of course. Last time played each other, it was International Champions Cup, whatever the heck that is. It was a 3-2 win for Juventus back in July 2017. PSG pick up a 3-0 win over Toulouse. They are in action against Nantes today. Juventus did beat Spezia last round, taking on Fiorentina this weekend as well. Bit of a busy couple of days it's been. 5-2 on is your PSG, 4-1 is your draw, 11-2 is your away win here. Who's going to go? It's going to be, I think, going to be a goal fest here. Going to go 3-1 win in the PSG. 24% of people have gone with that as well. Sevilla taking on Manchester City as well, coming at you this coming Wochenende. Played each other twice in 2015. 2 wins for Man City, nothing for Sevilla, 0 draws. Just 1 win and 6 for Sevilla right now. 25% form up against the City side. 83% form for them moving forward once again. Last time around, though, it was a 3-1 win for City in Sevilla. That was back in November 2015. So back-to-back wins for City over Sevilla. Sevilla did lose to Almira in the domestic top flight there. So Lubateglu having a bit of pressure perhaps so far in the early bit of the season. City with a big 6-0 win over Forest. And of course, this weekend, Sevilla taking on Barcelona. That ain't no starter for you this weekend, is it? City go to Villa, looking for another win to keep themselves in the mix at the top of the table. Kicking off forward, though, the odds. Sevilla coming at you, 6-1 for your victory for Sevilla, 50-4 is your draw, 5-2 on is your Man City on this one. I'm gonna go narrow 2-1 win for City. It's gonna be a tough old boot this one, but I think they will take 3 points. And again, that win will probably seal the deal. I think already. That's probably the most tricky away game they'll have in their group. I believe. Next up, Leipzig up against Shakhtar Donetsk, of course, coming at you over in Germany. Now, these two sides have played each other never. Leipzig, though, 50% forward, 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2, of course, over the last 6 back-to-back wins, though. Shakhtar Donetsk, just 1 defeat past 5, and then 58% form, of course. Shakhtar Donetsk beating Ruka Lviv in the top flight over in Ukraine last time around. Back-to-back wins for them. Back-to-back clean sheets as well. In fact, 3 clean sheets on the spin. Up against the Leipzig side, who picked 8 past Tottenham in the midweek cup over in Germany. They, of course, are against Frankfurt this weekend. Leipzig taking on, Shakhtar's next match is the game against Leipzig, of course. Looking at the odds on this one, we have 5-1 on is your Leipzig, 6-1 is your draw, and 10-1 is your long shots here. Leipzig, I think it's going to be tight. It's not going to be monstrously favoured, but I'm going to go with Leipzig, 2-1 for them at home on this one. There we go. Celtic up against Real Madrid over at Glasgow, or Celtic Park, should I say. They played each other just the one time. It was a friendly, but of course, in recent times anyway. Celtic, they were winning 6 on the bounce. In fact, they haven't lost in the last 17 games, and of course, they haven't lost any of the last 7 home games. Because of Real Madrid side winning 5 on the bounce, of course, 92% form over the last 6. Of course, Celtic picking up a 4-1 win over Ross County in the League Cup midweek. Of course, they are in action against Rangers right here, right now. Meanwhile, of course, Real Madrid with a big 3-1 win over Espanyol, and of course, taking on Real Betis this coming weekend. The odds on this one, 92 is your Celtic, 20-11 on is your Real Madrid, 10-3 is your draw. This is what it's all about, though, for Celtic. It's all about these games, the big moments, the big time events. And I think they'll get a result here. I think I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw for them over Real Madrid, which will be okay on the grand scheme of things, getting a draw there, and of course, maybe they'll probably take the L when they go to the Bernabeu, but a point in the bag, gives themselves a belief that they got something in the tank on this one. Next, of course, we have Salzburg up against AC Milan. Of course, this is over in Group E. They never played each other. Salzburg, they're winning 5 of the last 6, 83% form up against the AC Milan side, unbeaten in the last 7 games. Of course, 83% form over the last 6. Milan pick up a 0-0 draw against Sassuolo. That was last time around. Of course, they are taking on Internazionale this weekend in another busy week action of football in Italy. Salzburg pick up a 3-0 win over Union Götten in the cup over in Austria. They're taking on Tyrol this weekend in the top flight in the other Bundesliga, as they say. Coming at you though, the odds for this one, what do we got? We got Salzburg 12-5 for the victory, 5-2 is your draw, 11-10 is your way winning. Salzburg are tricky. I'm actually going to go with a 1. I was going to go 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw on this one. AC Milan won't be happy with that, but of course I'm going to give them a bit of hope moving forward as well. Into what we got Wednesday's games, it's Frankie up against Sporting, of course, coming at you over at the Commerzbank Arena. Never play each other. Of course, Europa League winners Frankfurt up against Sporting Lisbon. 50% form for Frankie. 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6. Unbeaten the last 3 up against the Sporting Lisbon side. 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6. Unbeaten. Well, not unbeaten at all, but of course coming at you having beaten Estoril in the top flight in Portugal. That was yesterday. Frankie with a big 4-3 win over Bremen on the 20th of August. They are taking on Leipzig this weekend. And of course, looking forward at the odds. 23-20 is your Frankie, 30-5 is your draw, 11-5 is your away win here. Tough. Draw. Picking a draw on this one. 1-1 in the end. 34% of people have gone with that as well. I've not played my booster. Maybe I'll play my booster. Off camera, because for the other ones I've completely forgot about for the other ones as well. Ajax up against Rangers, of course. That's also on Wednesday over in the Dutchlands as well. Bit of a zinger. This one is, of course, in the dugouts. Alfred Schroeder up against Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, 2 Dutchies locking horns at the Johan Cruyff Arena. 75% form for Ajax, winning 4 in the bouts against the Rangers side, unbeaten the last 6 games. 83% form for them, of course, last round. Rangers pick up a 3-1 over Queen of the South. That was in the Scottish Cup, taking on, of course, Celtic right here, right now. Ajax with a big 2-0 win over Utrecht, 2-0 win for them over in the Eredivisie last time around. They're taking on Camber as well at home this weekend. The odds on this one, though, Rangers are 11-2. They're, of course, underdog. 20-9 on is your Ajax. Of course, 50-4 is your draw. I think it's going to be tough. Too big a task. In fact, I might even go 3-1 in the end on this one for Ajax to give themselves a big old boost. And Rangers will have to dig deep to get some points in this group. But of course, just being a part of it is the stuff for Rangers this year. Tottenham up against Marseille. Of course, never played each other according to my eyes in recent times. Anyway, 67% form for Spurs. Unbeaten the last 5. Pick up 3 wins and a couple of draws. Marseille the same. Or pretty much the same, 75% form, winning 4 of the last 5, of course. Spurs pick up a draw against West Ham. That was in midweek. They're taking on Fulham this weekend over at the Fancy Pants New Stadium. Meanwhile, Marseille, they beat Clermont Foot midweek, and of course taking on Auxerre this weekend as well. The odds on this Badgerino is, of course, Spurs 94 on for the victory, 72 is your draw, 61 is your away win here. Going to go 2-0 win. In fact, I'm going to go 2-1 win if I can. In the end, Marseille get a little nugget on that, but ultimately not much to give themselves a boost as well. And of course, bit of a zinger. It is Internazionale. It's Bayern. It is, of course, coming at you on Wednesday as well. Played each other 9 times, done 6 4 wins piece and 1 draw. Internazionale winning 3 of the last 4, 58% form for them. Up against the Bayern side, 92% form for them. Unbeaten in the last at least 6 games, winning 5 and drawing just the 1. Last time around though, in Inter, in an actual real deal game, was a 1-0 win for Bayern back in February 2011. That was in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Bayern with a big 5-0 win over Viktoria Cologne in the German Cup. They are taking on Union Berlin today. Internazionale with a big 3-1 win over Cremonese, taking on AC Milan today. So a bit of a big game for them. 13-5 is your Inter, 3-1 is your draw, 11-10 on is your Bayern on this one. I think this is going to be a tight one here, 2-2 in the end. Point in the bag, and again, Bayern will be happy with that one, of course, moving forward onto the match number 2. Barcelona up against Victoria Pincer coming at you at the Camp Nou. Played each other twice, of course, 2 wins and a 2 for Barcelona. They're actually unbeaten in the last 11 games, now winning 4 of the last 6, 83% form for them. Up against the Pincer side, unbeaten the last 12 games, goodness gracious me. They haven't lost any of the last 17 away matches, goodness gracious me. However, last time they played each other in Barcelona, it was a 2-0 win for Barcelona, but back in October 2011. Of course, Barcelona with a 4-0 win over Valladolid. They are taking on, of course, Sevilla tonight. Pincer with a big 3-0 win over Slovaco, and that's actually back-to-back clean sheets for them, taking on Liberec as well tonight as well. Coming at you though, the odds for this one, 14-1 on is your Barcelona, 10-1 is your draw, 22-1 is, of course, your away win here. As much as the odds say, or the form says, Barcelona should win this quite comfortably. I'm backing, of course, the favoured result, 4-0 win in the end for Barcelona. The big boys want to get some points, get some goals, and of course, flexing the muscles a little bit. Club Brugge up against Leverkusen coming at you over in Belgium. Now these two sides have played each other 2 times since 2016. 1 win for Brugge, nothing for Leverkusen, and 1 draw. Brugge though winning 4 in the bout, 75% form for them. Of course, course, up against the Leverkusen side, just 1 minute 5, 33% form for them moving forward. Last time around, in competitive action, in Brugge, it was a 1-1 draw back in October 2016. That was in UEFA Cup Group B. Meanwhile, Brugge with a 4-0 loss. I saw a 4-0 win over Bruges in the top flight there. Back-to-back wins for them. In fact, 3-4 wins on the spin. Leverkusen, of course, with a big 3-0 over Mainz last time around to get themselves moving in the Bundesliga. Taking on Freiburg this weekend. Of course, Bruges are in action. Must be. Oh no, they played yesterday. Of course, in the top flight in Belgium. 2-1 is your Bruges. 11-4 is your draw. 6-5 is your away win. Of course, Leverkusen on form should be too powerful in the end. Do I stick? I'm sticking with the draw. 1-1 in the end. I wanted to go 2-1 win, but I'm going to back the draw for Leverkusen on this one. And then into the final two with Atlético. They're taking on Porto, of course, over in Spain. That's right, over at the Civitas Metropolitana. Played the 8 times to 9-3 for Atlético, 2 for Porto, 3 draws. Of course, just 1 defeated past 6 for Atlético. 83% form up against the Porto side. Just 1 defeated past 6. 83% form for them moving forward once again. Last time around, though, over in Spain, it was a 0-0 draw back in September 2021. That was in the group stages back in September. Of course, Atlético with a 1-0 win over Valencia. They are taking on Sociedad this weekend. Porto with a 3-1 loss there. Rio Ave in the top flight in Portugal. But, of course, taking on Vicente Barcelos this weekend as well, where they expected to win that game to get back to winning ways. The odds on this, 4-3 on is your Atlético, 12-5 is your draw. We've got 50-4 is your Porto on this one. Atlético at home should be a no-brainer. 2-0 win for them to wrap it up. And then wrap it up. It is Napoli, it is Liverpool, it is, of course, over at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, of course. Played to the 8 times to 2010, 3 with the piece, 2 draws, of course. Napoli, though, unbeaten the last 6 games. In fact, they haven't lost in the last 14 games. Meanwhile, Liverpool, of course, just back-to-back wins for them, 50% form over the last 6. Of course, last time around over in Napoli, it was a 2-0 win for Napoli back in September 2019. Napoli, of course, drew with Lecce, back-to-back draws for them, taking on Lazio tonight. Liverpool with, of course, a 2-1 win over Newcastle, taking on, who are they taking on? They must be playing right here, right now. Taking on Everton. It is the Merseyside derby, and that is live. The odds on this were 14-5 is your Napoli, 11-10 on is your Liverpool, and 11-4 is your draw. And again, I think this is going to be too tight to call. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on this. Liverpool aren't playing great right now. They need to click into gear. But that, my friends, completes the set for Matchday number 1. Now, of course, you guys have got to get involved and get your own picks in for Matchday number 1. So do it by using this link here, /UCL 2022. It is 100% free, as is this. Don't forget to vote. Vote Roverseas. Best in video for an organisation, best club content creator for a football league, and of course, best content creator as a whole. Please do that, and of course, don't forget to vote, and of course, get in there and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, smash the little bell, and of course, we'll be back for match number 2 whenever that is. But until then, guys and girls, we are done right now.